Hello dear students, welcome to my today's another class on preposition, and our topic was same word with different prepositions. Okay, our today's class starts with the number 9. Now let us see number 9. In number 9 we see apply to, apply for. Okay, the Bengali meaning of apply is আবেদন করা. Okay. Here we have to know when we should use apply to and when we have to use apply for. Okay. Now let us see. Apply to means ব্যক্তির নিকট আবেদন করা. Apply to a person. Apply for কোনো কিছুর জন্য আবেদন করা. That is here we can give an example. He applied to the principal for a seat in the hostel. Okay. So you have to use in this way. So we see that apply to a person and apply for something. Okay. Okay. Now we have to go to the number 10. Okay. How do we see number 10? Appeal to, for, against. Then the meaning of appeal is আবেদন করা. The meaning of appeal is also আবেদন করা. Okay. Then we have to know when we should use appeal to. Appeal to means ব্যক্তির নিকট আবেদন করা. That is to say that when the person will come after the verb appeal, then we should use to before that person. Okay. Appeal to a person, ব্যক্তির নিকট আবেদন করা. Appeal for something, কোনো কিছুর জন্য আবেদন করা. Appeal against, কোনো রায়ের বিরুদ্ধে আবেদন করা. We see many people run the cases in the court, and if they are misjudged, they appeal in the higher court. So for this reason, appeal against কোনো রায়ের বিরুদ্ধে আবেদন করা. Okay. Now we have to go to the number 11, blind of into. This is a very, very important preposition for you, I think. Okay. Blind of in, জন্মগতভাবে অন্ধ. This is the meaning. If anybody is blind or naturally by born, he may be blind in one eye or two eyes. In that case, we have to use blind of or in. Okay? But blind to is used when anybody is averse to anything. When anybody is averse to anything. That is the Bengali meaning, উদাসীন, না দেখার ভান করা, দেখেও না দেখা. In that case, we have to use blind to. So dear students, you have to memorize the meaning of these two prepositions very well for your better preparation for the examination. Okay? Now let us see number 12. Okay, what do we see number 12? Burst into, burst out. This is also a very, very important preposition, I think. The Bengali meaning of burst into is কান্নায় ভেঙে পড়া. We say she burst into tears. She burst into tears. That is, in that case, we have to use, after burst into, we have to use the word tears. So for this reason, we say burst into tears. And burst out means হেসে গড়িয়ে পড়া. She burst out laughing. Okay, you have to use in these two prepositions in your sentences. So at first you have to know the Bengali meaning of this burst into, burst out. Okay? Now, dear students, we have to go to the number 13. Beg for, beg of. Okay, we see beg for, beg of. Beg for plus thing. Sawa, ভিক্ষা করা, প্রার্থনা করা. Beg for means sawa, ভিক্ষা করা, প্রার্থনা করা. That is to say that if anybody wants anything from anybody or anyone, in that case, he has to use we have to use beg for before that person. Okay. Beg for a thing. That is to say that we beg for the mercy of Allah. We beg for the mercy of Allah. Okay. Now we should go to beg of plus person. যে ব্যক্তির নিকট ভিক্ষা, ক্ষমা, অনুগ্রহ চাওয়া হয়. Before that person, we should use of. So dear students, now I think it is very clear to you that while we have to use beg for, while we have to use beg of. After beg for, the thing will come, but after beg of, the person will come. Okay? This is the differences between beg for and beg of. Okay, now we have to go to the number 14. Bound to for. Bound to for. Bound to means aboddu, by relation. It may be by friendship, it may be by brotherhood, it may be by sisterhood. In this way. So if anybody is related to anyone by any relation, in that case we have to use bound to. But bound for means কোনো স্থান উন্মুখে যাত্রা করা, সেটা ওটা journey towards any place. Okay? So in that case we have to use bound for, and if anybody is bounded by any relation, in that case we have to use bound to. Okay. Dear students, now I am going to number 15. How do we see in number 15? Care of, for, about. There are three uses here. You have to remember it. There are three uses here. What does care for? Okay. Before care of, we have to use the verb take. We have to use the verb take. We say take care of your health. তোমার স্বাস্থ্যের যত্ন নাও. So before care of, we have to use the word. We have to use the verb take. Take care of your health. কোনো কিছুর যত্ন. Okay. Care for, যত্ন নেওয়া, দেখাশোনা করা. We say care for your parents. Care for your parents. That means তোমার পিতামাতার দেখাশোনা করো, তোমার পিতামাতার যত্ন নাও. Okay. Care about, মাথা ব্যথা, পরোয়া থাকা. Okay. Sometimes we say I do not care about what you say. I don't care about what you say. So you have to memorize these three meanings. Take care of, care for, care about. Okay? Dear students, now I am going to the number 16. This is the last number of our today's discussion. Okay. How do we see? This is a very important preposition, I think. Compare with, compare to. When we have to use compare with, and when you have to use compare to. You should know it. Because in our sentences, we repeatedly use it. Compare to and compare with. Okay. Compare with is used before the same type of person. The Bengali meaning is সমজাতীয় ব্যক্তি বস্তুর মধ্যে তুলনা. If two person or two things are similar, then we have to use compare with. But if the two persons are far different, if there are far differences between two persons, they are not similar. So in that case we have to use compare to. ভিন্ন জাতীয় কোনো কিছুর সঙ্গে তুলনা, সমজাতীয় কোনো কিছুর মধ্যে তুলনা. So sometimes we say anger is compared to fire. Fire burns everything, anger also burns everything. So for this reason there is no similarity between fire and anger. So you have to memorize these two prepositions very well. You have to memorize the meaning of these two prepositions. So dear students, this is the discussion of today of my class. I think you will be greatly benefited from my today's discussion, and I would like to just stop my class today. Then see you again. Allah Hafiz.